Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Design with TCD. My name is Tamoy and I am happy that you are here. Please like, share and subscribe. Today we will be continuing where we left off on the last week's video with the Sapphina bridal gown construction, and I did the structure layer. I did not do it on screen, but if you want to know how I did it, you can just comment down below and I will upload a video showing how I did that. After doing the structure layer, adding the boning and the brackets, I overlaid the structure layer with the main layer, and this is the reason why I did not put the interfacing on the main layer, because I wanted it to be as soft as possible. And I pinned the layers together for both front and back. After pinning, I basted it because I didn't want to stitch with the machine. I decided to use my hand instead of the machine because sometimes when I use a machine to baste, it can cause the pattern to shift and warp, and it does not look very nice. So I opted to baste it by hand. Then I added the side tool panels, right? Because I had to overlay the main body before I did this part. After stitching the two side bodies to the main bodies, I pressed the allowance toward the center front because I didn't want it to show through the two layer. Just as I did for the good day when I was pressing it, the reason why I did that is because I don't want it to show through the transparent two layer. So I press it towards the fabric that it won't show through. And while I was cutting and trimming the excess, I ensured that it was balanced. So I measured both sides because I really wanted it to be the same width and length. This part of the video is self-explanatory, other than the part that I have a bit of hangover because I had cut down the center a little bit and the size a little bit, so that's why I have a bit of hangover there, but I removed it when I was fixing the sides. The center back seam allowance, I pressed it towards the back as well because I did not want it to show through the transparent tool layer. And after that, I added boning to the side of the back bodies because I want it when the allowance folds towards the back, then it will be covered. Because I will be using the lining to finish the seam allowance for the two layers, I ensure to press it back before I pin the back bodies to it. And after stitching, I will press the seam allowance of the lining towards the back, the side seam allowance towards the back as well, because I want it, as I said earlier, to neaten and finish the seam allowance of the two side body. Personally, it is easier for me to line the bodies without the skirt, so this is the way I always do it. and here I am doing it now. I will pin the necklines of the bodice lining and main bodice together. I will stitch it, clip the area, cut down if necessary, and I will understitch. Then I will flip the bodice to the right side, and I will press the neckline thoroughly to ensure that it's laying flat and that the line is not showing on the right side or on the outside of the bodice. To bag out the hem of the yoke, I place right sides together and pin all around the hemline, and I stitched, clip in the curves and understitch. Then I thread it out and press. After that was done, I pinned the neckline of the lining and the main yoke together and stitched around. Note that I did not close the armhole because I will stitch the sleeve into the main yoke and then use the lining yoke to finish that seam. And I pinned the collar to the neckline, stitched, and then I finished the center front of the collar. I decided to do it straight rather than curved. Then I pressed the other one toward the collar, pinned down the collar to the neckline and stitched, and then I just press it out so that it can be flat and neat. To be able to add the cuff to the sleeves, I decided to put a bias placket on the back of the sleeve. I measured 6 inches from the underarm seam to the hemline and 4 inches up, and I cut a slit in both sleeves. Ensure that you have a pair, guys. It is very tricky and you can easily make a mistake, so double check always that you have a pair of sleeves. You'll do this to both sleeves. After creating the placket on both sleeves, we are going to run 2 rows of gathering stitches on the hemline and the armhole of the sleeves. After that is done, you will bag out the side of the cuffs, clip the corners, turn it out, press it so it lays flat. Then you are going to gather the hem of the sleeves to fit the cuffs, right? And you need to also ensure that you have a pair of cuffs to fit the pair of sleeves, right? So you have one for the right side and one for the left side. You want the placket to be towards the back of both sleeves, not that you have 2 sleeves that will fit the right hand and for the left. After gathering the sleeves to fit the cuff, you will pin the cuff onto the sleeve, right sides facing. Ensure that the edges match up, and you will then stitch across using the seam allowance. And after stitching, you will sandwich the seam allowance with the other side of the cuff that was folded earlier, and you will pin it down just like you did for the collar and stitch. After stitching the seam, you will remove the pins and remove any exposed gathering stitches because it's tulle and everything will show on it, so you have to remove as much thread as possible. You'll press it so it will lay flat. Always remember the iron is your best friend. The sleeves should look like this at this point. Double check always that you have a pair, okay? And after this, you will apply our lace. We will be applying our lace to the bodice, the sleeves, and the skirt because I decided that some will extend it to the skirt from the bodice, so that's why it's on the skirt. And I will also pin lace appliques to the collar because that is in my original design. After applying the lace appliques, you will hand stitch them down, and here I am showing how my gown is looking so far. I have a lot of work to do. Though we have a lot of work to do, I am very pleased with how design is coming on, and I am excited that it is progressing nicely, and I am grateful that you're on this journey with me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week where we will be continuing the construction process. See you next time. Bye.